To install the presets, just unzip the file that comes with the project and paste it in this path. So it needs to be to Adobe, Adobe After Effects, your version of Adobe, support files and presets. And just copy and paste the folder inside this folder presets. So I already have mine here, and here are the presets. And after you do this, just go inside After Effects and in the Effects and Presets, click this icon and refresh list. And after this, just type Smart Layer, so you can see all the presets over here. So these four are the main ones. So over here, the first two, the word and mask, it's going to look like this. The line is going to look like this, and the smart layer block is going to look like this. Before we start applying the presets, we need to make sure that the expression engine you're using is the newer one. So let's go here to the project panel, expressions, and make sure this is set to JavaScript, and that's it, and hit OK. So now we are ready to apply the presets. To apply a preset, I will need some text, so I'm gonna go and just take it from over here. So I'm gonna copy this line and go into inside After Effects, create a new text layer. So I'm gonna text and just paste it inside this text layer, like so. And right now, to apply the preset, you just need to drop the preset here on the layer or here in the preview panel, like so. And let's run preview. And basically this is how you apply the preset. And what you see here is the default animation, but you can just go in a second I will show you how to change this. If you want to edit your text after you apply the preset, you have two options. So as you can see, the text is, if you double click on the layer, you can see the whole sentence. So you can copy this and go back inside Notepad or something like this, and just to make your edit here and take it and paste it, like so, paste it back inside the layer. And you'll have somewhere to edit. Let's see, side. Okay, so there's the edit. Or you can just go to the text source here and just turn the expression for the source text off. And right now you can see the whole line, and you can just add something here. And after you're done, just turn on the expression again, like this. So this is how you can edit the text. In order to change the settings, select the text layer and go to the Effects Controls panel. If you don't see it, if you don't see it in your interface, you just go in Window and Effects and Controls, like so. So over here we have the settings in groups. So we have the time, size, color, and animation. This one, the build, is just are just the expression that are driving the animation. So you don't need to worry about this. Everything that I'm gonna show you next apply to all the presets. So all the settings are the same for all the presets. Let's start with the time. Let's expand this group. So here we have two settings, the rate and the rest time. Right now the rate is set to 1 second. That means the animation for each word here on the timeline, it's happening in 1 second. So the first word is coming and going, the second one is coming and going in 1 second, and so on. So each word the animation for each word is going to happen in 1 second. You can change this, of course. So let's make it 2 seconds. So as you can see, the word is coming and going now in 2 seconds. And this is for the next word also for the next word and the next. So this applies for all the words. So you can control the duration and the speed of the animation with the rate. You can easily sync the text animation to the beat of your music. Next we have the rest time. So right now it's set to 0, but let's choose 1 second. So let's see. But first let's make it just a little bit bigger, the text. So I'm using the character panel and the font size to just change the font, to increase the size of the text. So the rest time is now set to 1 second. So the text is coming in, sitting for 1 second, and going out. And the next word is coming in, staying for 1 second, and is going out. So basically the rate stays the same, 2 seconds. The animation, the incoming and outgoing animation, it's 2 seconds like before. But it stays in the middle here, it stays 1 second, which is the rest time. So you can play around with these settings to sync to whatever you want. Next we have the size. There are two ways to control the size. The first one is just select the layer and go to the character panel. If you don't see it, you go to Window and Character and change the font size. So it's like you change the font size for a normal text layer. So let's make this one just a little bit smaller. This way each of the words will have the same size. Like so. The second way is select the layer, go to the Effect Controls, and let's expand the size over here and turn this on. And let me just make this one 100%. It's gonna be easier to understand. So right now the expressions are using these values, the minimum and the maximum, which is are both set to 100% of the screen size. So each word is gonna try to fill in, is gonna try to fill out all the screen, like so. And also this one. So I'm gonna next we'll talk about color, and we'll see how we can change the color. But let's say you would want to a little bit more different. You would want different sizes. So just change the minimum size to, let's say, 10%. So again, it's using the screen size, so 10% of the screen size. The sizes are gonna be generated based on these two values, so the range between those two values, so 10% and 100%. Let's see. So we are getting a big one, a small one. One more important setting is the shuffle. So it's gonna give you a different combination of different sizes. So for example, if I'm changing this number, let's make it, come on, something like this. As you can see, this one is small, and this one is big, and this one is big. And let's change it again. So right now, small, big, and small. So it's gonna just randomly choose a number, a size, based on these ranges, and you can just easily pick the one you like. And basically this is how the size works. Next we have the color. Let's expand this. You have control over the fill and stroke. So right now it's set to fill, so each of the words will have a fill. Let's change it to stroke. So each of the words will have a stroke. You can use both, so like so. So you'll have words with stroke, words with fill. Here we have the control over the size of the stroke. Let's make it 3. Next we have the main color and the secondary color. So let's see. Okay, so this one is the secondary color. Let's change this, something more easy to see. So we have this, like so. And like before with the size, we have the shuffle, which will give us a different combination of these settings over here. So we'll get a different combination of fill stroke, main color and secondary color. So let's just change the number like so, and let's change it again. Almost the same. Basically, you play around with this number and pick the combination that you like. Okay, next we have the animation. So there are two types of animation, the main one and the secondary. So let's start with the main, and let's turn this off for now. You just need here, these are all the animation types: slide, bounce, elastic, blink, fade, flicker, write on, expand, contract, and flip. You just need to turn on and off the ones that you want. So let's turn off some of these. In addition to that, some of these, like the write on, have additional settings. So for the write on effect, there are these two. You can control the direction. It can come from left or right, or both, like so. And also for the, let's turn these off. Also for the slide, elastic, these, and bounce, you can control some of the, let's turn this off so it's easier to see. You can control some of the settings. So let me just turn these off also, so it's easier to understand. And right now the animation is based on word, so the entire word is gonna slide like so. But if we turn this off and turn letters on, so based on letters, you'll see right now that each individual letter is sliding in like so. And this one is letters in order, but you can choose letters random. So it's gonna, the letters are gonna come, the order is gonna be random for the letters. You just get a different effect. Again, you can just choose all of these, so it's gonna get you combination of these animations. Next we have the direction from which the slide happens. So it can be from left, right, top, bottom, back and front. Again, you can just choose one or more. And also here the distance, you can control the distance of the slide. Right now it's set to 100 pixels, but you can go in here and make it something else. Okay, so let's turn, oh, by the way, if you're using more than one animation, let's say flip on Y, and expand maybe, you can use the shuffle as for the size and color to change the combination of the animations. So right now let's run preview. It's flipping. Oh, still flipping. Okay, so it's kind of flipping too much, but we can just make this happen. And as you can see, we get a different combination of animations. So you just play around with that number and pick the one that you like. Okay, next we have the secondary animation. So right now, as you can see, okay, let me just first turn these off so it's easier to see. So we have just the slide right now. Let's see the slide in action. So we just slide from left, right, top, bottom, and so on. But if you turn the steady zoom, for example, to 10, in addition to the slide, the text will have a constant zoom in effect, like so. Or if you are using a negative number, so -10, you will get a zoom out. Also, you have this if you want to play around with random zoom, contract and expand. Okay, so the line and block preset have the same settings as the word. The main difference between these is how you format your text. So let's see. For the line and block, you need to have your text set up on lines. So let me just copy all of this. Copy, create a new text layer, and paste the text. So let's move this one in the center, and just drop the line preset on top of it. And as you can see, we have the first line, the second line, the third line, and so on. So let me just select the layer, go to the effect controls, go to the color and choose something that we can see. Basically, you have the same control as for the word preset. To add background, you need to make sure that you don't have anything selected in the timeline, and double click on the smart layer background, like so. So a shape layer is created, and you just needed to drop it below the text layer. So the background right now is taking the colors from the text layer above. So in this case it's getting the white and the yellow. So when the text is white, the background is going to be the secondary color, which is yellow. And when the text is yellow, the background automatically it's going to take the first color. The last preset is the end credits. It's not as useful as the others, but you can use it in some cases. So to apply it, you just need to make sure that you don't have something selected on the timeline, and double click the preset. And over here, let's change in the character panel, let's change the color, and let's change the size just a little bit, like so, and see what do we have. So already we have a dummy text that is animating. So let's double click on this, but first let's copy some text and double click again and paste it. And let's change the alignment to center. So right now we have our custom text inside with the same animation. So as you saw before, we can use the character panel to change the size, the color, and if you select the layer and go to the effect controls, we have control over the duration. So right now it's taking 4 seconds for the animation to happen. We can offset the start time. So right now it's starting from 0, but you can push it like, let's say, 2 seconds. So it's staying, and after 2 seconds the animation is starting. Let's make it back, let's change it back to 0. We have line spacing, and I think this is the important one. You can right now the animation is starting slow and finishing also slow, but you can have constant animation. So let's uncheck this one and run preview. Alright, and this is it. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this.